Before I go too much further, I need to add a tongue and throat for her, because later on when I start rigging her or adding surface deform modifiers, I don't want to have to change the mesh topology. It's okay if the tongue and throat are the wrong size or not placed quite correctly. I can always move them around later once I start rigging rigging the mouth and rigging the face. But I need to get at least get the geometry there today. So I may as well get started on that. So what I like to do is take the lips and extrude them backwards and create, I guess what they call a mouth bag. That was already done on this mesh. We've already got the mouth bag. I've already changed the shape a little bit, but that's what we've got. But the mouth bag doesn't have a tongue in it. So I suppose what I can do is just, I'm going to make the mouth bag a bit bigger. So I'm going to, because I'm going to have teeth here, I need it to come in and immediately grow probably this loop right behind her lips here. So let's take a look and see if that's still her lips at this point. How about that loop right there? This loop it looks like we can't see from the outside, so let's make that. Turn off the proportional editing, make it a bit taller like that. Then I'm going to select this next loop, make it even taller yet. Next loop, make it even taller yet. Then we can start making it less tall again. Let's turn proportional editing back on, and then we'll take this one here and make it bigger, about like that. Take this one and smooth it out. Let's smooth the whole thing out here. Alright, so now we've got a place for her teeth. Well, her teeth have to be on the back side of it. I'm going to have to do a bit more once I throw teeth in there. This will probably all have to go forward, say this bit right here. We'll have to come forward a bit. Alright, say about like that. And then I'm going to pull that bit here, bring that up. Alright, so that's that. I suppose the bottom side will be the same, but I can't see it. I suppose what I can do is I can hide all the vertexes that I'm not working on. So let's highlight a ring here. Just do that bit so we can see her whole face, but only the front side of her face. Is that getting the entire mouth bag? It is. Invert, hide. So now we can see a bit better. Maybe that's too much. So let's hide that bit there. Alright, so now I can see a little better what's going on here. Alright, so we'll have teeth, I'll have the front side of the bottom needs to come forward as well. We'll turn down the proportional editing quite a bit there. There we go, so I suppose the teeth will be pushing right up against the lips, so this part will almost be touching what would be the back side of her lips. But that is about where the back side of her lips will be, so this should be actually fine. And we need to close her mouth a little bit there. There we go. We'll have to reshape her lips again, and once again we rig her face, we're going to open her mouth a little bit so that it's relaxed open. We can see her teeth inside. We can start shaping the inside of her lips. I'll bet they're all wrong right now. Alright, but let's add that tongue. So what I'm going to do is highlight a number of faces here. Let's say 3 by 6, or perhaps I want 4. Yes, I think I want 4, so that I'll have an edge right in the center of the tongue. Do I want it coming from below more? I think I do. So I think I want the tongue coming from the bottom side of her mouth and throat. Perhaps I could even grab another line of faces here. So a total of 6 faces, so that we'll have an edge right in the center. And what we'll do is we'll just extrude that up, say, turn off proportional editing, grab it forward like that. So now what we have is a what would you call that? Just the back side's the beginning of the tongue. So the front side is going to have to be rounded towards the front, and right now it's concave. We want it to be convex. Or is it the other way around? I don't know my concave from my convex. Alright, so let's grab this vertex right in the middle here, and we'll puff it up So let's turn proportional editing back on. Alright, that's not actually going to work if I do the puffing, so I'll grab Y, grab it on the Y axis, grab it on the Z axis, then smooth all that out. Alright, so now we've got a basic tongue shape. Now we can extrude that again on the Y axis, grab it up on the Z axis, turn down the proportional editing a bit there. And so now what we've got is the start of a tongue coming forward. Alright, so we need to make sure we have established the top and the bottom. I'm going to take, since it's 6 total, I'm going to have 3 on the bottom and 3 on the top. So this edge right here is going to be the center. It's very difficult to see when we're inside of the eye, the mouth bag. That's going to be the center there. And it's only, I've extruded it twice, so that's actually the side right there. So this part right here is the center. And we need to take this part here, extrude it forward, grab it up, smooth it out, extrude it forward, move it up, smooth it out more. Okay, so I don't know how many we want here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 segments on the tongue. We probably want more like 6, so let's do a couple more extrusions. Alright, so there's, oh wow, we've gotten lost inside of her face. We can kind of see it from the back side here, I suppose. So we'll take the whole tongue here, smooth the whole thing out, and we've got to take this, suppose we want it flat and then coming down, and we want it to be wide on the sides. So let's take the edge right in the middle of that tongue and move it out a bit like that. So now when we see the tongue, it should look a bit like what the tongue should look like. I'll take that there and make that wider as well. And we're going to make it less rounded on the front here. So let's grab some here and bring it up a bit. Then what we'll also do is we'll take the center of the tongue here. Oops. There we go. And what we'll do is bring that down. So we want to have a little bit of a indentation there in the center. It'll help us establish the shape of the tongue. It'll help us understand what's going on with it. Let's do a little more shaping while we're in here. Right, so that's the top. This part of the tongue is the border of the top of the tongue, this part, and then we've got the sides and the bottom. Okay, one thing we want to do, I suppose we'll do the colouring later when we have the face all rigged up and etc. But one thing we want to do is set the shininess of this. So the whole inside of her mouth we want to be shiny, but if I render it now, you can see that's not very shiny. That's just matte. So what we might want to do is take this whole inside. So we'll start by selecting the end of her tongue, like that. Oops, one more here. And then we'll just keep expanding our selection until we've got the entire inside of her mouth selected. And I suppose it's okay to select up into the lips area. But let's get rid of this bit and this bit and that bit there. Because what we're going to do is make this whole inside shiny. So what we'll do is find the... Alright, these are in alphabetical order, great. So we'll find our R shine green SSS B bump vertex color group, and we're going to add some R red to the red channel to this whole area here. So what we'll do is we'll do vertex paint. We're going to make it red, and I suppose this is fully red saturated. Normally I would add or subtract red, but I don't want any SSS or bump in this area, so it's okay just to make it fully red and get rid of any green or blue channel that's going on in here. So let's just go ahead and paint it. I suppose also what I can do is, because I've got it highlighted, I can just say only affect those faces I've highlighted and do Shift K to fill it all red. And then I can probably blur out the end bit where it goes to her lips. Perhaps, no, perhaps I just leave it like that and fix that problem later. Because what's going to happen is the amount of shine is going to go from complete here to less when it hits her lips, and you'll see a line where that demarcates that. I suppose I can fix that right now. May as well. Let's do it. So we want to pick our blur tool here and blur that line between the two. Looks like it's right here. I suppose we might be able to see it from the inside. No, we can't. Alright. And that bit is not blurring because I'm on the wrong side of the mesh for it. And I can't see it really from here. I wonder if it blurs when I'm going through the mesh like that. Hard to see. Alright, also there's the fact that there's no actual mesh there because I've still got it mirrored. That's probably what the real problem was. Right, there we go. Alright, that's the mesh poking through itself. Where the lips meet, that always happens. Again, when I open her mouth later, I'm going to be able to see how to properly fix that geometry if there's any problems there. For now, I can't see it because it's unposable. Alright, so we've got, there we go. Let's go back into object mode. Let's pick our regular skin color here. So that gives it, there's her tongue and the mouth bag. I suppose I can unhide all that stuff now. So now we've got that, and we can pose it and work with it later.